Listen carefully, because this began in 1968 on a small soybean farm in Missouri, where a man named Robert watched his father sell half their land just to pay hospital bills, and he laughed awkwardly. Ha ha ha, guess that's life. But inside his stomach dropped, because he understood for the first time that hard work didn't equal safety. Robert took over the farm in his 20s, and for 10 straight years he did exactly what everyone else did. Plant, harvest, sell, repeat, barely breaking even until one bad season forced him to visit the bank, and the loan officer calmly explained that the farm made money, but Robert didn't own enough of what actually grew in value. That sentence haunted him. So instead of expanding crops, Robert started saving aggressively and buying small pieces of neighboring land whenever prices dipped, even when it meant driving the same rusted truck while others upgraded. People joked, "You farming poverty now?" Ha 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 ha. But he ignored them. Then came the turning point. In the late 1980s, a regional agricultural company offered to lease his land long-term, and Robert did something unusual. He took equity instead of higher rent. That decision looked boring, until it wasn't. Over the next 2 decades, that company expanded nationwide, and Robert quietly reinvested every dividend into more ownership, more land, more productive assets, never selling, even during crashes when friends panicked and bailed, voices shaking, "This time it's different." But Robert remembered watching his father sell at the worst moment and said no. By the time he turned 60, the land was worth exponentially more. The companies he partially owned had gone global. And one afternoon, sitting with an accountant reviewing decades of paperwork, Robert felt his throat tighten and his eyes water because the number on the page confirmed what he'd never said out loud. He was a billionaire, not because he chased money, but because he learned one rule early: own what produces. Don't just work it. The moral hits hard and quiet. Financial literacy didn't change his income, it changed his decisions, and those decisions compounded long after his hands stopped working the fields.
This could be you. Hit subscribe, like, and share. Learn financial literacy through our stories.